So here I am ready to respond to another text. I loved reading The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell. But keep in mind, our response letters are not meant to be full book reports. I wouldn't expect you to write on this whole book. But what I can do is I can focus on just a small piece of text. And in this section where they go to Queen Rapunzel's tower, I pulled out some great TBE that tells me just how differently these two characters are. So it only makes sense that I'm going to contrast these two characters in the story and tell how they were different. Now before I do, of course, I know that I need to start with my introductory paragraph, and I've done that. I have my main idea sentence, I have my summary of the text, I have my opinion of the text, and then I've clearly stated that response choice. Here comes the wrap-up. Wrap-ups can be extremely easy and they can be extremely challenging. So I want to explore some different ways that I could wrap up this paragraph. So as a reader, we look for main ideas. And I always think of main ideas as kind of this big box. Inside the box is where we start to find details, details to support the details, more details, more supporting details, details, and supporting details. And the main idea then kind of wraps around them all and puts them together. As writers, we look at it in reverse. Our main idea is kind of surrounded by details, and then we wrap it up. So, I wrap this package up just like I might wrap up main ideas and details in a paragraph. And when I do that, there are a lot of different ways I can, but here are a few suggestions. I played around with some endings. If you have read this before, you might already be guessing who I will contrast. That's a prediction for my reader. You will not believe how different this brother and sister are. I'm trying to make my reader feel like what I have to say matters. You should read this book and I'm going to prove why. In my main idea sentence, I told the book I was going to read. I'd like others to read it too. Alex and Connor, the twins, are surprisingly different. That's going to prepare my reader for what comes next. And no matter which wrap-up I decide to go with, any of them will work to take my reader from this introduction into what I'm going to do in the rest of my response.